You dropped in a comment a few minutes ago about AI, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on the role of AI in trust building.
Well, I think first of all, AI is massive. It's changing everything, and actually, areas like marketing are some of the most impactful or opportunities to impact in terms of efficiency, insight, taking away a lot of routine tasks, getting to understand more about what's going on, the customer. So all that stuff can be done on steroids, which is super important and super exciting as a marketeer myself. It's like a playground of different things that you can do to crank things up. It's a super enabler for things, but it doesn't replace human interaction. And a couple of people said to me now, when I've got AI, it's going to run my department. I got my team doing the AI bots doing everything. And so I won't have anything to do. But I said, actually, what are you going to do with that time? Maybe you could spend time out with your customers, speaking to your team, speaking to other people. Go work in customer support for a couple of days. Go and work in one of your customers. I worked in a prop tech business and our customers were estate agents. So I said, like, go out and speak, go and work in an office for a day, deliver the coffees, try and understand what it's like, understand the pain, understand beyond the questionnaires on what happens and the research you can do, get real and build those things and listen to everybody, listen to what's happening, listen to what's not happening. I think AI, it's supercharged. There's so much you can do, but people are still people. And there's also something that everyone has access to. So you have to use it better than anyone else. That's a given. And that's not easy, but it's possible. But then use the time for building trust, use the time for listening, is what I'd say.
So, two things I love about what you said there is so we all know AI is going to dramatically change how we function in business, right? That's not what we're talking about here. But we all have about 150% of what we want to get done on our to do list for every single
Oh,
day.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And if AI can make us more proactive, and that's what your point there was. But what I thought was the most interesting is now that you can be more proactive, what do you do with that time? In a day and age of technology and more data coming our way, more ability to understand our buyers through that world of data, your recommendation, which I 100% agree with, was get out there and talk to people, interact, right? Here's my question. In a world where we have more data than ever to help us understand our customers and our buyers, that still doesn't replace what you just talked about, which is getting out and actually talking to customers. Why did you use that as the analogy? You could have said you can dig deeper into the analysis. You have more time to dig into that data, right? But you didn't. Why is that?
I think the thing is, you have to do that anyway. Like if it's table stakes to be able to dig deeper into the data and get that right. But I think it's how do you differentiate yourself? There's a lot you can do with AI, and it's not mystical. It's something which will improve that. But I think it's because we're still people with AI. I mean, AI came along in its latest incarnation. It's been around in forms for like 20, 30 years in some form, but it's come along on steroids now. But people still buy from people, and still people buy from people they trust. And so for me, that's the key. And the more conversations you have, the more you learn. AI can be ears and eyes listening and finding out more. And you can feed what you learn into AI, multiply that to other places, but nothing replaces that totally. You can analyze the hell out of everything and you can analyze thousands of phone conversations. And that's great. I'm not belittling that at all. I'm just saying, how do we make ourselves exceptional? How do we make ourselves like, I don't want to be number four in my B2B market. I want to be number one, and I have to earn that.
Absolutely. It's interesting because I don't know if we want to call it, there's a big trend towards human in the loop in AI, right? And a lot of that is focused on human in the loop in terms of how you're managing and how you're using AI. And you can't just let it be 100% automated. There has to be human kind of in that loop and how and what it's doing. What I'm hearing a lot more, and what I think you're saying is human in the loop is we have to have conversations. We learn so much from having a conversation that provides the color commentary or the foundation for interpreting what we're seeing and what we're learning out of AI as well.
Correct. It works before, during, and after in that process. And it could happen at scale. It's not just I'm a salesperson, therefore I'll pick up the phone more. But like across a company, I've worked in a couple of companies where everybody calls our customers, and then we define what our customers were and then what we're really selling. And the more you talk to them, but we got everyone to talk to them, not just sales and marketing, but finance. They have to call up to collect money off people sometimes, but they can also call up. We had exhibitions. We had like our CFO standing at the door of a major exhibition. We had a few exhibitions and asking questions to visitors, and she loved it. It was such a refreshing experience from being CFOing, if you like, to do that. Then for months afterwards, she was quoting things she'd found out from those conversations and putting that into how she was working and her function was working, which was great. At the beginning, she didn't want to do it, but once we got her out there, loved it. It's kind of getting out of your comfort zone and getting everyone. Of course, we've got to do our day jobs, but as we said earlier, we've got a little bit more time if we use AI correctly.